Hello and welcome to another video for Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we're looking at something that's a little bit different. We're looking at the 2014 release by Kurt Adler from their Doctor Who series of blow moulded Christmas decorations. And this particular one we're looking at today is of the Daleks, and these are the new style Daleks which made their first appearance in the Doctor Who episode Victory of the Daleks, which was I think it was 2010, 2011 when that episode came out, and it was a Matt Smith story that featured Winston Churchill as well. So anyway, this is the item in front of us, and as you can see, it's still sealed in the bag, but it's only a little bit of tape which is holding the bag open, so I am going to remove it from the packet. And there we have, let's remove the packet out of the way. Let's have a Oh, there it is. Let's have a look at the detailing on the card first. So it says BBC Doctor Who Christmas ornament decoration de Noël. And on the back it says BBC Doctor Who, BBC logo, BBC 1996 Doctor Who logo, BBC 2014 Dalek image, Termination 1963, Sideman image and so on, Kit Pedler and Jerry Davis, Canine images, and licensed by BBC Worldwide Limited. You've got the Kurt Adler logos there and their address details and website, and it's made in Shenzhen, China, and you've got the barcode, and it says, notice this is a decorative article, not a toy, or intended for use by a child under 14. Not intended for use by a child under 14. Okay, so it is a Christmas decoration ornament, and it is designed to hang on your Christmas tree. Let's just zoom out a little bit so you can see a little bit more of it. So you've got the string, which is attached to a hook at the top of the Dalek, and the Dalek sits on your Christmas tree dangling and will exterminate anyone that comes in. Let's just straighten out his appendages, because that one's good, because it's flexible. It's bent a bit. I think it's just the way it was laying in the packet. There is glitter all over it as well, which is coming off on my hand, but then there's all these decorations did carry quite a little bit of glitter. I don't know if that's an opening at the back there. No. Okay, so it's just the moulding. Okay, so let's have a little look at the size of this figure. So it's not particularly big, but it does go 9 centimeters tall, which is about 4.5 inches. No, sorry, 3.5 inches. So lengthwise, if we measure from the end of the sucker arm to its back to the widest point, we're looking at about 8 centimeters. And if we measure it across the bottom of the Dalek, you can see it's about 4.5 centimeters. So it's quite a small item. There is no functionalities on this. It literally is just a decorative item. And it is the new style Daleks that appeared at the end of Victory of the Daleks. And it is that wider shape and the wider midsection. So they redesigned them at the end of that episode when the Daleks went off, and this is the figure based on those new style Daleks. So it's got a red glittery body with a grey skirt, a grey centre, and a grey column just above the head. As I say, there's no functionalities on this. Nothing moves apart from that sucker arm, which is just because it's quite soft plastic. The gun is solid, as is the eye stalk, so if you try and move them, you're going to break them off, so I wouldn't do that if I was you. And that's it really. So it's just designed to sit on your Christmas tree and make your Christmas tree look pretty. Now they did do 1 or 2 other ones. I think they've done one of the TARDIS, and they also did one of K9, which we have had in stock. I don't know if we've got any more left at the moment, but we have had those ones in stock as well as these ones. And that's about all I can tell you on this one. There's not a great deal to show you because there's no functionalities on it. But how well did they do? Well, that's a little bit of a difficult question, that, because they weren't readily available in the UK. I don't know how well they did in the US, which is where they come from, but there was very few importers of this particular product into the UK, so you really didn't see them pop up in very many places. I think you saw more of them online than you actually did in shops. So, and then it's difficult to gauge how well they did. But I don't think they've done exceptionally well in the UK. They might have done better in the US because they may well have been better advertised over there. I don't know. But over here, they really wasn't very well advertised. They didn't appear in general shops or Christmas shops. But they were probably, again, it was places like Forbidden Planet, Galaxy 4, Faces on Stun. Those kind of shops were the ones where you would go and buy this item. So very few shops actually had them available. So I think that you probably more so were sold online than from any store, and probably most of them were on the platforms. I don't know, I'm surmising, but I'm guessing that's the case. Of course, now, I say it's not particularly old, we're about 10 years old on this particular item, but they are very collectible. So if you've got a themed Christmas tree, no matter what it's based on, I mean, we have at home, we've got what we class as the sci-fi Christmas tree, and this goes up every Christmas, and we have Star Wars on there, we have Doctor Who on there, we have a lot of Marvel figures on there, Lord of the Rings ones, Star Trek. There's a lot of different sci-fi or fantasy items that we put onto our tree, and that is a fantasy tree. So yeah, and people do the same. So we're not alone in that fact. So yeah, I mean they're quite now becoming quite popular. Obviously, 10 years on, these were only made for about a year before the line was discontinued, and obviously then they move on to their next popular run. But Kurt Adler are ones for doing unusual ones or TV related ones. So they move on to the next show, whichever they pick up the license for. So yeah, only run for a short amount of time, becoming quite difficult. Well, I mean, they weren't easy to find in the first place, but now they're very difficult to find. Do they appear on the platforms? Well, not very often, to be perfectly honest with you. Nowadays, I think they did appeared semi-regularly when they first were released, but now, of course, hardly ever appear on any of the platforms, which is a shame, really, because it is a lovely piece to hang on your Christmas tree. But as usual, yes, you know it, we at Midas Touch have managed to find quite a few of these decorative ornaments, and they are currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It'll take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other Doctor Who items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive that this is something you won't want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky that you might want to buy for a friend, or maybe just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know, that next item we upload could be that item you'd be looking for. Okay, that is it for me on reviewing this Dalek. I hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thank you for watching and joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again next time.